The price of everything has gone up, but when is the last time you raised prices on your digital products? Hey, I'm Phoenix and I'm the Tattooed Piano Teacher. I've been selling on Teachers Pay Teachers for a couple of years now. Last year I was listening to a podcast where they were talking about Teachers Pay Teachers and basically making fun of it. They said that these TPT sellers are just ripping off poor teachers. And while yes, school teachers are grossly underpaid and underappreciated, we all know that, this podcaster was saying that people are putting crap up for sale on the internet and then basically asking these teachers who don't have any extra money in their budget to spend on these crappy PDFs that they were downloading. And I hear that, but that's not how I see TPT at all. In fact, a lot of times I see it in the opposite way. Yes, we are, as TPT sellers, we are asking teachers who are probably underpaid to buy our stuff. But if you think about it, you can put 20 hours into the creation of a product and then turn around and sell it for $3. And yes, if you sell hundreds of copies of that $3 product, then yeah, you're gonna make some money off of it. What's wrong with that? I mean, this teacher is getting 20 hours worth of saved time for $3. What can you get for $3 these days? So that podcast made me a little triggered as a TPT seller because I was like, it's not like that. We're not like that. So I see you, TPT seller. I know you've still got tons of products in your store that are $3, $3, right? Isn't that the common price on TPT? Or these people selling things for $1. Are you still selling things for $1? What's $1 these days? $1 is not the same as it was 5 years ago. You know that. I know that. So if you have old products in your store that are still valuable and relevant, don't you think it's time to think about raising those prices? All right, now if you've been selling for a while and you have hundreds of products on TPT, this might feel like an overwhelming feat. But think about it. If you have 15 minutes to spend on your TPT shop, what would be better? Raising the prices of a product line so that every time you make a sale, you're making more money? Or putting 15 minutes into creating a new product, ignoring all your old stuff? So I think it's worth looking at. Now I'm going to give you some pointers because I just recently did a little personal store audit and raised some of my prices in my TPT shop, but I did so strategically, not ripping people off, not just raising prices randomly for the sake of raising prices, but I looked at things from a business mindset, a logical point of view, what is being undervalued in my TPT shop. So let me tell you the process that I used and hopefully help you very strategically and in a time-saving way update your store prices. Here we go. The first thing I want you to think about is what came to mind when I said your underpriced products in your shop. I know something came to mind, either one particular product or a line of products that you're like, oh yeah, I really need to update those. I got them for 50 cents, they're worth $5, okay? So if anything came to your mind, especially if you've been doing this for a while, I want you to go right now, log in as we're talking, log into your TPT store, go to My Products. You know you can change that price in less than 30 seconds. Do that right here, right now. If there are a product or products that you know are underpriced, still add value, still are your best sellers, and you haven't updated that price since it was made ages ago. Okay. Once you've done those top of mind products, the next thing I want you to think about is anything that is $3 or under. Okay, now I know that there are some sellers on TPT that have a one-page kind of helpful PDF and they put it up for 99 cents or whatever. If you've got any of those, I want you to consider maybe just adding something to it, bundling it with another thing, getting it up to that $3 threshold. Because remember, as a TPT seller, any product that you sell any transaction under $3, you're going to be charged that extra transaction fee, which I believe is 15 cents, but it adds up. Now, if someone is buying more than one product in your shop and it adds up to $3 or more, then you're good. But why even have products, for under $3? So if you can add something to it to make it the value of $3 or more, do that. Or is it even worth it, like after the fees and stuff, selling something for $1 on TPT? Probably not. So could you make it a freebie and then add a very enticing offer that someone could click on once they download the freebie, put them towards something that you really want? Like, do you want to add to your email list? Is that your goal this year? Then send them over to your email list and use that freebie as an incentive. Do you want them to subscribe to your YouTube channel? Do you want them to buy this related product? Do you want them to sign up for your workshop that's coming up? Like a freebie that leads them to make a bigger purchase, even if only 5% of them do that, might be more valuable than trying to get your 30 cents from that sale or whatever it ends up being. I don't know. So address any products under $3. And then what about your products that are $3? Because I know as TPT sellers, we use the $3 mark probably more than we should. Like if the average product price 10 years ago was $3, it can't still be $3. Like if your average store product price is $3 and it's been that way for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, like that's not how economy works. If you're offering something of value, is it worth $4? Is it worth $5? Now, one thing that I try to keep in mind as I was looking at my cheapest products and deciding, do these need to be raised, is I thought about that search result where you can search for under $5. And I know probably a lot of poor teachers are doing that, right? They're looking for something cheap to solve their problems. So you might want to consider pricing things at $4.90 or $4.99 or something like that to keep it under that $5 mark so that it shows up on that search. Something to consider. But I mean, if it's worth $8, it's worth $8. So there you go. Okay, my next tip for finding things that need to be updated, look for your oldest products. Remember that first product you uploaded to TPT? Does it make you feel a little nostalgic thinking about it? Okay, now look at that page of your oldest products. Look at them. I know it's painful. I know those thumbnails. You thought it was cool 5 years ago. It's not. They need to be updated, but that's for another video. Just look at the prices, and you might need to download them or open them up again. Look at those files. Picture yourself using them with your students. If they truly have some value to offer and they're priced too low, then you might need to raise the price. Here's another thing to consider. When you make a product, you might have thought like how many pages it is how I'm going to price it. But as you use it more, as other teachers use it more, you can see that the value is higher for certain pages than other pages. Like if you make a packet of 100 worksheets, but then you make a game that's only 50 pages long of like printables and cutouts and stuff. But you can just tell after a couple of months or years that the game is more highly valued than the worksheets. Then I would price them, maybe same, 50 pages, highly valued game, 100 pages, maybe they're the same price in that case, or you have to kind of vet that yourself. The other thing I want you to think about as you're looking at these old products is if they have like 10 5-star reviews, the clout of having those positive reviews, then raise that price because now teachers are going to buy it because it's tried and true by other teachers. It has more value, which means you can charge more for it. All right, now the next place we're going to look is at the product statistics. So I want you to open up product statistics and go to conversion rate. Now this doesn't apply to your newer products, or if your store is brand new, then don't even worry about this one. This is for those products that have been around for years that have some real data behind them that we can analyze. Okay, if you have any products that are 10% conversion rate or higher that are not newer, okay, if you just posted yesterday, this does not apply. But if it's been around for years and it has a suspiciously high conversion rate, raise that price because that means that you've done your job with the thumbnail, with the preview, with the video, with the description. You are selling that thing, okay? So it's got value. You can put it up $1, $1.50. Well, whatever you think. Okay, so anything that has a high conversion rate means that people are landing on that page, they're finding it, and they are buying it. So that's good. Now, just a quick note for the newbies, if your TPT store is pretty new, then you might want to consider keeping your rates pretty reasonable. And one reason for that is that you are being served by the TPT algorithm at a lower rate than those tried and true, been there for 10 years TPT sellers, okay? Your products need a little help standing out in the crowd to get some sales momentum going. And the other thing is you want to get more sales so that you can get more reviews. I know it takes a long time to get some reviews built up. It took forever to get my first reviews, and then it kind of started rolling. But at a lower rate, you're more likely to get more sales and hopefully get some reviews on those products. Once you have sales, conversion rate, reviews, then TPT will start trusting your product listings more. Teachers who are buying will trust your store and your products more. And then you can think about raising your rates a little bit. So I hope that helps put things into perspective, whether you're a new TPT seller or an old TPT seller. So if you like hearing about TPT or Etsy seller tips, all about selling digital products, then please like this video. Make sure you're subscribed, and you can subscribe to my email list for more tips. I don't send too many emails to my TPT seller crowd, just usually about once a month. So feel free to join that with the link below. And if you want to keep watching, here is my TPT income report from the first half of this year that I just posted, and I will see you there or on another video very soon. Thanks for watching.